Thank you. We got to what did we get to last night? I'm not having any recollection what we got up to.
Mem Aleph from a base, 2 lines down, the two lines from the bottom.
I think the 2 dots.
Oh, by the 2 dots, right?
Yeah.
2 lines up from the bottom.
Okay, so so we said yesterday that we were discussing the case of using multiple hold on a second. Hold on. Oh. Oh, so we said that Pigel, we said that if you have there are four the brisa that we started with is about menachas, just starting. They have a kaimetz, levina, what was the other two? And then the other one is the Kabbalah and the Halacha. That's what we had said. So there we had a 3-way machlokes. It's halfway down the Amud. If anybody wants to look at it,
No,
but
the Haftarah, the last one.
What I say, Halacha and Aktara.
You didn't say Haftarah.
What would you say again? It's Kaimetz Levina, bringing it, and then the Aktara. Right, Kabbalah. No, not Kabbalah. There's no Kabbalah. Is the no? That's the one I messed up on. There's no Kabbalah by the right.
There is Kabbalah. Whether it's Kabbalah,
right. Correct, but I'm saying, but that Kabbalah, and then there's Halacha, and then Aktara, right? There's no Zrika.
Well, the Aktara is the Zrika.
Right, that's what I'm saying, but it's not called Zrika by what we call Zrika.
Right.
The Kaimetz and Levina are one. That's one of the
Levina, right? Yeah, that's one.
The same Levina, yeah.
Right. Anyway, so the point is that we had a machlokes, we have 3-way machlokes, right? So Rameir had said halfway is a halfway. I'm sorry, that was Tanakama. Pigel b'kaimetz v'lay b'levina v'lay b'kaimetz. Rameir said Pigel v'chayav and a love karas. You get it's Pigel and you chayav karas, even if you just do one. Chum say you have to do all 4. Right? So Rish Lakish had said that don't think that the reason that Rameir says that it's Pigel because he holds there's that it's chati mater. As long as you do half the mater, you're okay. That doesn't work. That's not the pshat. The pshat is that we're assuming that he goes on this das rishayna, meaning if his initial das was Pigel, that was his initial das, so then that will maintain. Meaning, if he has a Pigel machshava at the beginning, then even though the next avodas he didn't have a machshava, it's still considered Pigel. That's what Rish Lakish had said. So now we ask on that. So Meisvei asked the kasha b'med dvarim amurim. That when does this apply? This is a continuation of the brisa. When does it apply? That if you had a machshava Pigel on one of these things, that you chayiv b'damim hanitnin al mizbeach hachitzon. That's when you put. That's by the blood that goes on the mizbeach hachitzon. Why? Because like we've been saying, that when you have one thing on the mizbeach hachitzon, and that's enough. Right? On top of base. Aval damim hanitnin ala mizbeach hapnimi.
Samad Aleph.
I'm sorry. I say I'm
Welcome
sorry.
To today's daf.
Yeah, that's right. We start today's daf, right? Aval damim hanitnin ala mizbeach hapnimi, but the blood that's put on the mizbeach hapnimi I never would have thought that there's so many avodas by Yom Kippur. 43, not avodas, right? 43
Spritzings.
spritz. Well, yeah, spritzings, right? The Echad also shall parka and Mashiach, and the 11 of the parka.
Well, why would you think that you're in busy davening? You know, you can't think about
Yeah, but
this.
you'd think I'd pay attention, like 40. But if you asked me, like, how many spritzings are there? 43? I would have said that. I don't know, 17, 18. Right? So, anyways,
Listen, don't we count them? I'm saying we don't count 43.
Yeah, for that Naftali, you got a job now. You'll count Mitzvah Shem next
No, one
year,
second.
okay?
Is it-
You count them and
He's right.
report back. Before
He's
you
right.
start
He's right.
Mila, you could report back,
Who
okay?
counts? Naftali,
That'll be your
Naftali, who
job.
counts them? Who counts them?
It's
Oh,
not
you gotta
something
count
You
Aleph
just gave
Kaparis and
Naftali a
Aleph
job.
Paroikas a couple times, and then on the Mizbech
For all
Zav
those
4
that
times.
need to count, Rashi is very clear. He can help you count all 43.
That wasn't
Well,
Naftali's point. Naftali's point was during the Musaf and Yom Kippur, the biggest part of Musaf is saying what the Avodah is, and we don't say all of these in Musaf. We do Achas V'Shana twice, not 4 times.
That's what
We
I was
don't
saying.
talk-
is it Achas v'Achas V'Shayim, the sprinkling?
Yeah, we only
We
do
don't
that
do it
twice.
43 times. That's all I was trying to say. That's it.
Right.
Okay? We count, but we don't count 43. That's all. All right?
Okay. We also expect Reb David to walk in after he's dead, but okay, fine. We won't bring that up.
No. And he has a good point. I mean, especially the brisk is hold. You have to hear every word of most of Chazar's Shas because Avodah of Yom Kippur. We miss out half the Avodah.
but listen, I hate to break everybody's bubble, but at the end of the daf on Amud Beis, we're gonna start crunching the numbers and we're gonna start saying, no, there's more.
But why do we only count 15 of them?
No, we do more.
21 of them.
When by the davening?
Yeah.
Maybe you
Achas
should return your machzor.
You're talking about achas ve'achas?
Yeah, we only do it
That's
3
because that's
times.
only one type. That's only one. That doesn't discuss all the times that he has to put it onto the mizbeach. That's
Okay,
the
that's what I was
cut and go.
asking. Okay.
No, right. So that's the
Even
cut.
the Achas V'Achas, there's 4 of them. We only say 1, 2 maybe according to some Girsais. But there's 4 of them.
What do you mean?
Naftali, if we said all of them, davening would be longer.
No, we do say all of them. You really
I
have
tell
to
you,
pay
I don't
attention
mind
to
listening to
the
the
small
Rav.
words we say.
Should be longer.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
That's right. And he's lifting me up during that time too.
Why don't you, Naftali? You know what? Why don't you get a different seat next to Rebbetzin Stein Senior? You know, what are you sitting down by the men for?
Because he needs to lift me up.
Oh, okay.
By the kairim.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. What was I saying? So no, they're in the davening, Naftali. They're just not. They're not in. They're part of the. Truth is, I don't think it lists it. At least not in the Ashkenazi version. It doesn't say the numbers. It says the numbers. It just tells you about it. It doesn't say.
I think by a lot of them it does say the numbers, but you really have to use the Art Scroll translation to when you read the small words, the small print. That's all the avoid is really in the small print. Most of it's not in the what the Chazan says.
Anyways, so
Maybe it's the
okay.
part we don't get to. Maybe you clap before we get to that part.
Yeah.
No, that's only after the avodah when the Chazan goes speedy fast. During the main avodah, everyone says it, but nobody knows what to say because it's all in cryptic
Aramaic. No, I tell you what. You know what I did this year? I actually, Naftali brought it up to me. He brought me up a Mitsuda, what do you call it? Mitsuda Machsa. So I could actually read it. The quiet parts that the Tzibur reads, I was able to read and actually understand exactly which words were which. Yeah, but anyways, okay. Yes. No, I had the old version of that. And it's going Arba'im v'shalosh Yom Kippurim on the second line down. What the deal? Ve'echad v'acharas shapar kohen Mashiach. And 11 of the Karpan Mashiach, the Parkan Mashiach ve'echad also shall parhelam davar shel tzibur. Pigel bein ribishayna bein b'shniya bein b'shlishis. So that's going to be pigel whether it's the first zrikas, the second zrikas, or the third zrikas. Right? The first one is the Kodesh HaKadoshim, second one is by the Paroiches, and the other one is by the Mizbeach HaPnimi. Rameir Reimer, Pigel v'chayav alav karis. Rameir says it's Pigel and chayav karis. V'chama Maimim, ein by karis, achi yafagel b'chol amater. It's not karis until he has to think about Pigel the entire time. Katani Mia, but we learned that Pigel, bein b'rishon, bein b'shniya, bein b'shlishis, you see that it says it's Pigel, whether it's the first, second, or the third. Upalig, and he disagrees. So Rav Yitzchak bar Avin, Hacha b'mayaskina, know what we're talking about. Kigoin, meaning you see here that Rameir says that there's Pigel even with partial of the matter, right? In part of the matter. So Amar Rav Yitzchak and Rav Shlomo said not like that. Amar Yitzchak bar Avin, Hacha b'mayaskina, going to Pigel b'shchita. What he did, he was mafagel b'shchita, meaning when he shechted the animal, he had the pigel thought. The chad matirhu, and that's one. Well, it's a little tricky how to touch this. It sounds like it's one matir, right? Meaning what it means is that he had it in mind that it becomes the pigel for all three. Right? So Gemara says, my time of the Rabbanon. If that's the case, and you're saying that the pigel was done by Shchita, then what's the reason for the Rabbanon? Amar Rava. So Man Chachamim. So we say, who is the Chachamim? Rebbe Eliezer. It's Rebbe Eliezer. Tetnan Hakaimitz V'Alavoina V'Aktoiris U'Minchas Koyanim U'Minchas Koyan Mashiach U'Minchas Nesachim. Right? Naftali, I feel like I'm doing the davening, the Yom Kippur davening. Right. So the Kaimetz, the Levina, right, the Ketairis, Minchas Kai. I mean, there's no real attach on that. I mean, they're all pretty self-explaining. Shehikriv me'achas men kazayas b'chutz. Let's say you took a kazayas of any of those and you makar it b'chutz. Chayev yechayev. Rebbe Eliezer Paiter Achi Yaakov is Kulin, and Rebbe Eliezer says he says Potter until you're makriv all of them, right? So where this is going, this chapam is going according to Rebbe Eliezer. Okay. V'amar Rava Moeder Rebbe Eliezer b'damim. Rebbe Eliezer is Moeder by damim, right? Meaning this was talking about outside, being makriv outside the Beis Hamikdash, fine, but he's Moeder by blood. Right, the Tan Rebbe Eliezer Reb Shimon Oimrim Mimakim Shepasak Misham Hu Masel, from wherever he stopped, that's where he starts. Right? Meaning what's going on here is if he stopped, let's say the Kohen, for whatever reason, stopped. Do we have a pshat why he would have stopped? He just took a break? Anybody anything like that? It spilled? Yeah, it spilled, right. Yeah, it spilled, right? That's what we're talking about. So now it spills, so you have to restart or not restart.
They didn't have an intermission?
That's what I was wondering. It doesn't say.
I'd go get popcorn or something.
Okay. No, that's why. No, I thought. No, I had it in my head that maybe he took a break. I don't know.
No, a coffee break.
Well, not in Yom. Hopefully not Yom Kippur, but yeah.
Popcorn he could have.
No. Anyways, so l'chayr it's spilled, right? So now where do you start from? So, that they're both moeded and makom shepasuk b'shamim maschil, right? So, but if the Bryce is talking about a case where he had a machshava pigul when he shechted it, so then how can you say that it's not pigul, right? So the Gemara says Elo Marava, so a different pshat. Going to pigul v'rishayna, talking about where he did pigul in the first time, the shasak, and he was quiet. The shasak fishniya, and was quiet during the second part. The chazer of pigul v'shlishas, and then he went and did pigul by the third. So now he's a real another kook, as we say. He had the first he had a machshava of pigul, then the next one no machshava, and then the third one pigul. So Rameir holds that it's pigul because we're going to assume that the middle is part of the it goes with the first pigul, and the Chum say not like that. Mao the same. What's a pshat? Mao the same. Isaac the daita chaldas b'shayna who mahader pigule b'shlish.
They interview him. What?
I don't know.
Okay, fine.
I don't know.
Okay.
He's l'chayra. I mean, how does anybody know about Machshavas pigul? I think we tried to figure this out once.
He just called him and said, "Okay, fine, talk to me."
Right?
That I wasn't.
What? Didn't we discuss like what's the story with the Machshavas pigul here?
Yeah, Parrots brought it up once.
And what we come out with?
I don't know. I tried to say that it could always be a shaygig. Machshava could be a shaygig, so he comes clean, but anyway. Like he thought it was not this case, but originally when like so he thought he was going to eat it on the third day. So he puts his mama. He thought it was a shlomo when he shachted it. So he thought,
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
oh, is that a general problem? Can I not be heard?
No, because I hear some lady talking. I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh. Go ahead.
Yeah. We all have those stars.
I tried to say that by a chatas, for example, regular chatas, the Kayin shechted it, thought it was a shlamim for a second. So he says in his mind, he said, I think I'm going to eat it tomorrow. But that's mutter. He's a shaygig when he had the thought. And then he realizes when he does it the next avodah, no, this is a chatas. He goes and tells the next guy, I had a machshava. It was by mistake. I thought it was a shlamim. It doesn't really work with the chatas of Yom Kippur.
What are you? Well, why are you saying that? Why? I'm saying
what?
No, I'm saying how do you know that?
How do I know what?
That what his thinking was.
No, it could be the regular. We're trying to make out that he's this big Russian Marusha, that he's the doctor thinking Machshavas pigul. It doesn't have to be. The Achila has to be the amazing. The Machshava could be b'shaygig.
No, good. But how do you know to even give him the chorus?
He only gets chorus if he eats it.
I understand, but then how do you know that the thing was pigul in the first place?
Ask him. Just ask him. I hate to taste he's gonna lie. People don't lie.
No, he has to come forward. Well, you tell me that they ask a kohen every time he leaves the base of Mikdash?
Forget every time he leaves the base of Mikdash. Every single
No, on Yom Kippur, they thought he was so hailig. They debriefed him when he came out. When he bought his Suda, Matzah Yom Kippur, they debriefed him. They sent in a couple of guys, the FBI guys, to debrief him because it was the Heicha Fenster, so they wanted to find out what happened.
It's the same guy that had to teach him the difference between a goat and a cow.
Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly.
That's how
exactly. I didn't write the mission. That's exactly. Yeah.
No, but in general, that's what I thought. That a regular case of pickle, chatas shlamim l'makom. He doesn't want that. He thought it was a shlamim, and he realizes 5 minutes later it's a chatas. He tells the next kohen, "I thought this was a shlamim, so I had a machshava to eat it tomorrow. Meanwhile, I can't. It's a chatas. I can only eat it tonight."
I'm saying, so what does that have to do with?
Then it
Yeah,
becomes pickle. That's a regular case. I said on Yom Kippur, I don't know how it would work, but a regular case, you're not talking about someone who's amazing and trying to make it pickle. He thought it was something. I mean, even on Yom Kippur, perhaps he should. There's 3 searim on Yom Kippur, right? We even have a machlokes and Gersayis and Musaf. If you mention the sire of Musaf as well as the 2 seirim of the chatas. So he
right.
thought it was the sire of that chatas. It was really the other chatas. There's 2 seirei chatas, 1 seir of Musaf is an island. So he thought one was the other, and the other one, the shechita are so close together, And then there's the azazel. Only 2 of them get named with a kalpi.
I hear.
It could be even more like to have a shoygig with the kohen gadol in Yom Kippur. As great a day as it is, he mamish has to do every single avodah the entire day. Every single thing. From
Right.
the shechita to the kabbalah to the halakha to the zrika, and going from sire to sire to sire, to par, back to sire, to tyrus, back to sire, to par.
Right.
Yeah, okay, no.
And you're trying to justify it? Okay.
I'm not really trying to justify it, but I'm saying it's not. I don't think it's so crazy that he thought one of the seirim was a different chatas.
Right. I hear. All right. It's okay. I got nothing better, so I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so anyway, so Mao the same, we're 7, 8 lines up from the bottom. Mao the same, so you might have thought Isaka Daitach al Das Rishoina, who if you're gonna think that it was on the Das Rishoina, Mihader Pegule Beshlishis Lamali. So then why does he need to go back? Meaning, if he did, there's 3 things here, 3 avodas. The first one he did piggle, second one he did nothing, third one he did piggle. What is he doing that for? All right. So you might think that why is he going back and doing the third one? All right. So that means l'chayra, because he was not going based on what was meant in the first time. Kamash Malon. So that's why it teaches us that it is. All right. Okay. So Maskal Rav Ashi midi shasak katani, but it doesn't say shasak, which is a form of what Rabban was asking. It doesn't say shasak here. All right. Meaning, before we were saying that maybe he had machshava the first one, the second one. Here we're saying now it's the first one, and then the second one is quiet. It doesn't say that in the Brisa, right? Ella Omar Rav Ashi Hachamayaskinon Kagan Shapigo Berishino Bashnia Ubishlishis. It's talking about where he had a machshava of pigel by all 3, first, second, and third, right? But not by the 4th. All right. So Mao the same, or what's the Kiddush? So you might think Mao the same. So that if anything that somebody does in the beginning, he does on a das rishayna, mahada pigule, so then he goes back and why is he going back and doing pigul on each and every one? Right? Why should he do that for? If you go with the original machshava, why does he need to have 3 separate machshavas of pigul? Kamash Malon, therefore it's teaching us on Tomei Beis now. I'm sorry, Kamash Malon, that's what it's teaching us, that you do need it. Right? You need each one with a machshavas pigul. Oh, but the Gemara says Vahabain Bain Katani. It says Bain, right? Whether it is Oibezu, Rashi says it's either this one or that one, right? It doesn't say that it's all. So Gemara answers. So Gemara says kasha. So therefore, that's taka kasha on this pshat. So again, so we don't really have a pshat, right? And now it's saying kasha. Yeah.
No, I think this is
Right.
a pshat. It needs all three.
But I'm saying, but we're ending up.
Usually, bain means like the Gemara is asking. It means either. Occasionally, you do have bain means all of them.
Right.
Bain just means between. Usually between. It depends which way we use it. Between the first and the third, he thought it was pigel. That makes sense. That means all of them. But if you say Bain Bereshayna, Bain Bishliya, Bain Bishlishis, it usually means either the first or the second or the third.
Right. So now we don't have any good pshat.
No, we're sticking with the same shot. It means all three. It says Bain by all of them. Kasha, okay. No.
I hear you. I'm saying, but okay, it's and Hanami, that's what kasha means, right? Kasha means that it's not tiyufta. Okay, but it still doesn't give us a good. It still doesn't give us a great teretz. That's all.
Okay, as we say, like it's like saying the kasha is better than the teretz. The teretz is kasha.
But see, I think we always say that the kasha means that they could answer it, but usually their answer is shtickle b'daychik. Meaning, a lot of times, Taisus will say, like, I have an answer, but it's a shtickle b'daychik.
I hear. Right, but I'm saying, okay, but it's not. That means there's no real good shot here. That's all about what this means according to Rameir. Okay, let's see. Amar Ma Rameir Amar Pigel v'chayav and alav karas. It's Pigel and you chayav karas. Right, and it's talking about where he had a machshavas Pigel by the first, either one, by the first, second, or third. So Gemara says, Michti, Karas, loy mechayve, achi yikru kol matira, right? And you're not chayav Karas until all the matira are brought, meaning you have to have in your head that you're doing pigel by all the main avodas that have to be done. To Amramar, Kartzos, Kasha. What?
How did you explain that?
Until all the avodas are brought.
Then it becomes pigel, but it's pigel only with a machshava by one of the avodas. If he has a machshava by shkita, and he tells someone before the zrika happens, so then they're not zayrik it because it's going to become pigel. So you're not allowed to do the zrika.
Correct.
If they don't do the zrika, it never becomes pigel. But if they do the zrika, actually yavi kal matira, so they have to bring all the material in order for it to become pigel.
Right. Oh, you mean,
So
okay, you're right. So I was right. I'm sorry, I was mixing it up. You're right, thank you. I was mixing it up with the Amid Aleph, with all the machshava, that machlokes. No, right. Until the meaning, once they do all the pigel, once they do all the avodas, then they find out, then it's going to be pigel. There you go, right? That's the way to say it? Yes, thank you. Tomamar. Kartzos, kosher, kachartzos, puzzle. The same way a kosher works, again, remember we had this a week ago, we don't understand why is it calling hartzah, right? Meaning ritzui means that the carbon is accepted. So we're saying the same way a carbon that's kosher is accepted, so too a carbon that's pigel is accepted, right? Ma hartzah kosher achikru kol matiro. About regular carbon is not bigger, is not kosher until everything is done. Af hartzos puzzle achigru kol matiro. The hartzos puzzle is until all the matirin are brought. The hakim and the chashabe b'fnim, and since he was thinking about inside the Kodesh HaKadoshim, right? Psula, so therefore it's puzzle. Right? Commandaloi adi dami. This is an interesting lashon. What's a adi? I mean, it means to sprinkle, right? It means to sprinkle blood.
You have it above the counter with the chicken.
I'm saying, why all of a sudden they changed to this lashon? I don't know. I'm looking at this word. What does this word mean? And then Art Scroll says it means sprinkle. Okay. Anyways, command delay adidami. So we say it's as if if the blood wasn't sprinkled. Ki hadar madi behechel. So then when he goes and he does it in the hechel, not out, meaning outside the Kodesh Kodashim, maya ba'almahu the kadi. So then it's just water, right? Yeah.
Is
So
this
then why?
general kasha on all pigul? How does pigul ever become pigul? There's a machshava by Kabbalah, for example. It's now usher. The carbon is possible, so it's usher to do the zrika. If it's possible,
Correct.
then how can you say it becomes pigul after the zrika? It's already usher to do the zrika, so it's already possible.
Rashi Bavar Zakasha.
What did you say?
I mean, you're saying that it can't. You're saying that it can't be. You're saying Rashi asked that question, the long Rashi.
Rashi asks Gabi Shchita, yes.
In the long Rashi, yeah.
And here where you're using different dams for it's one, you're using different zrikas for one full dam, or one full zrika. You're having different sets of zrikas, different than shchita. He says the chiddush of the Torah Gabi Shchita that you can do.
Yeah. Okay, that's very good. So
See,
Kihadar,
Yaakov,
yeah.
one of the fellows who was captured for 2 years by Yamach Shemai, so he went to Rav Hirsch today. Rav Hirsch helped his mother a lot, and when they developed a relationship over the 2 years. He told him
Rav Hirsch?
From Slobodka.
Oh, Rameshel Hirsch. Yeah.
So he told him that when he was in the tunnels by them, he would make Kiddush Friday night on water. He had water that he found, and he would make Kiddush on a cup of water every Friday night. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Talking about water being something else.
I hear. Wow. Interesting. Crazy. Anyway, so we're saying command. I mean, it's not anyways, but yeah, command the loy adi dav. So we said that the carbon is going to be puzzle. What do you mean?
It a little bit answers the Gemara's. I mean, the Gemara's kasha is this dam is now like water. Okay, but azam water.
Okay, I was asking more out the lashon, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Ki hadar madi behechel. So when he goes and sprinkles it in the hechel, maya ba'almahu the kadi. Well, he's just sprinkling water. It's not blood, right? So the Gemara says, Amar Rabba mishkachas la ba'arba parim ubedalit seirim. You find it by where he brought 4 parim and 4 seirim, right? Meaning what happened here is that I don't know, he was having a clumsy day. After each time, the blood spilled, right? And then it was 1 animal per avodah. There was, right? So, meaning even though all 4 are required, right? So therefore, it doesn't have to be, if it spills, it doesn't need a new, you don't have to start off from the beginning, right? Fine. So Rava, that's Rava. Rava says, afilu tema b'par echad, s'ir echad. You could even say it's talking about one animal of each. The pigulai meratza. So for the pigul, it's meratza, meaning just like when the kohen says there's pigul, not says, whatever, has a machshava of pigul. So then that's going to be whatever his machshava was, right? So when you have machshava for anything else, for zrika or halacha, whatever it is, so then Mamela just makes it that it's just possible, meaning meaning it all goes basa the shchita. At least that's what I think. That's what the chat is, right? Meaning when he has pigul by shchita, and then he does a regular zrika, right? It's still going to all follow from the other one, right? Fine. So Gemara asks, okay, so that's it. So that's basically the end of that complicated sugi. Fine. Arba'im v'shalosh. So you said, going back to our countings of all the sprinklings, spritzes, like Rabban called it, right? So Arba'im v'shalosh, you said it was 43. Yeah, now we're gonna have Naphtali counted up. Tanya Arba'im v'sheva. There was a brisa that says there was 47, not 43. So his answers are Kamadamar Ma'arvin Lekronos. Some say it's one mandamar. It's a machlokes in humor whether they mixed it together. If they mix before he sprinkled, did they mix two of the bloods together from the par? Which two? The par and the seir.
The par and the seir.
Yeah. So the Hakamandamer ain't Ma'arvin Lekronos. The other one says no, we don't mix it. Lekronos again means the corners. I mean the horns of the mizbeach. Okay, so that's how we can answer the discrepancy between 47 and 43.
Wait, no, Karen means like Karen's obvious. So you say that's a corner.
No, because
that's
I'm telling you,
horn?
yes. Rachamim, I used to touch it as corners, and Artsko touches it as horns.
So yeah, okay.
So I'm going to go with Artscroll over myself.
How does Artscroll touch Karen's office?
Karen has multiple meanings.
Okay, so this has multiple meanings. Why you call it a horn?
And a chanami,
because it sticks up from the corner of the mizbeach. It's a horn.
It's both. It's both. It's a horn on the corner.
Okay.
It is.
I'm thinking of a trumpet on each corner sticking out. You know,
sounds like somebody dropped his shofar on the corner.
4 places. Yeah.
Well, I watch it. I listen. I used to touch it as a Karen is on the corner, and then every time Arts goes, I try and say both, right? Because bottom line is the people in Arts know a whole lot more than me, so.
It's a machlokes. It's a machlokes Rishonim whether he put it on the side of the horn. In other words,
right, okay, that's a different story. I mean, that should change the touch.
Or it has to be on the raised part. That's why they touch it as horn, because it has to be on the raised part of the corner, not just on the corner.
Right.
It's ma'akev. I think this machlokes.
Those are fighting words, Gershon. Ma'akev is fighting words.
So here it is, ma'akev. The question is if it can be on the side of the horn or the top of the horn. That's the shayla. But it has to be on the horn. It can't just
but I
be
don't
on
think it should. I don't think that should change the touch. Are you saying that's why Artsco's saying horn?
No, that's why the dafka has to be on the raised part of the corner, not the corner itself.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Okay, so more ask about
43 and 47 is the old Yekish and Nusach and Nusach of Yom Kippur. They bring this. They say this sire twice.
Really?
I think it's one of the Nuschais, Ashkenaz, not just Sfard.
Can't say I know that, but okay. Okay, so now the Gemara go weiter. Vatani Arba'im v'Shmoina. It's 48. Hakamanda Omar Shirayim Ma'akvin. Hakamanda Omar ain't Shirayim Ma'akvin. So 48 from 47 to 48 is pretty simple. If you hold that the pouring of the leftover blood has to be poured onto the base of Mizbeach, if you hold that on your kippur that's required, then that's 48. But if it's not required, then it doesn't go under 48.
It's only one more because at that point the shirayim was both the soyer and the par.
Well, they mixed it all together, right?
Yeah. So it's only one shirayim, not two.
Yeah. Okay, so now the Gemara asks another kasha Rish Lakish. So basically about the 2 dots. When are we talking about that a mincha becomes pigel by kaimetz and not levina, but kemitza, but matan kli ubehilach. So it's by the kemitza, by the putting the kli down, right? Meaning
putting it into the kli.
I'm saying, but then taking the kli.
That's
right. No, he's holding the kli. Right. That's all shot. Whether he's holding it. How does it go?
Whether he holds it in his right hand and puts the kaimitz in his left to put the kaimitz into the kli in his right hand, or the kli can even be in his left hand.
Right, but it definitely means into the kli. So, but kamitza matan kli ubehilach, and with bringing it over to the mizbeach. Aval baloi lahaktara. But when he comes to burn it, right? Nasan esakaimetz b'machshava v'esalavayna b'shtika. And let's say he put it, the kaimetz with machshava and the levayna with shtika. Aisha nasan esakaimetz b'shtika v'esalavayna b'machshava. Or he did it the opposite way. So Ramei Raimer pigel v'chayav and olav karas. It's pigel and it's chayav karas. The Chachamim say ain by karas achi yifagel b'chol amatir. You need to have pigel by machshava by all of the matirim. Okay, so what does the Gemara want? Katani Mia, what we learned, Esa Kaimetz Bishtika Vesa Levina Machshava. The Kaimetz was Bishtika and the Levina was Machshava. Yet, and you see polygon, Rameir is Chaylag on the Chachamim. Right? He's saying that that's still pigel. Yeah, and that pigel only happened by half the Avodah. So you see that Rameir holds that you could have pigel even with only a chelik of it, of the matir. Gemara says, Ema kfar nosan es levayna b'machshava. He already put the levayna there with the machshava. Right, first he put the levayna with the machshava's pigel, then he put the kaimetz without any sort of machshava. Right, so Rameir holds that it's pigel because it goes past the original machshava. So Gemara says, Gemara asks.
Wait, so he did them the wrong way around? Is that the answer?
You mean the original avodah?
Yeah.
You meant not like from the comments, not from the.
Oh, usually the kaimetz is supposed to be before the levina. But this answer is that he had the machshavas levina because he did the levina first before the kaimetz.
I don't know. Is that what it means? It says I didn't understand it that way. I didn't like. I thought it doesn't.
Otherwise, you have a problem. We just said on Amud Aleph, the whole Amud Aleph was based on the first part of the avodah has to be with the machshav, and the second part follows the first.
Right.
So the kasha here is, but it says the second part also makes a pegel. So the answer is kvar. I think that's a part of the answer, no? That he did the levina first instead of second. So mamela the machshavas rishayna was the levina, even though it's supposed to be the second part of the avodah.
Right. Okay. I don't know. Not sure. I understood it either way. That it's either way. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I understand it at all. Okay. The Gemara says Chada Dahainu Reisha. It can't be that's pshat. That's the way it goes with the levina. One is that it's the same case as the reisha. But more than that, hatanya v'achakach. It says after that, right? So kasha. So again, we say that it's a kasha, right? So anyway, fine. So it's a good way to end today's daf with the word kasha. Almost as good as teiku.
Yeah. I think at this point you want the whole Zlachim. The last word of Zlachim should be kasha.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
But again, it came in pairs.
Came what?
It came in pairs.
You're right. Well, it's the same. You're right. It's pairs, but it's the same kasha essentially. Whatever. It's the same sugi. It's the same kasha on Rish Lakish. The same person. It's not the same kasha. It's the same shita on Rish Lakish. Okay, whatever.
Is that
anyways, we'll stop over. What?
Came in pairs?
No, the rabbi has a
my apicorsis.
said you have teku. The Gemara, when they're in the mood, they throw out teku. You never have a teku alone. So kasha, you had it again. They were in the mood.
It's not the pshat. The pshat is Rav Ashi gave the teretz. He doesn't want. In Hanami, it's a kasha.
Right, but no, but it happened twice. Two kashas on Rish Lakish, just pshat and Rav Meir, and both times we ended up with a kasha.
I'm just saying, Rav Ashi's teretz for Rish Lakish, and Rav Ashi was Masad the Gemara, so he got the final say.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
He's not going to take it. He's obviously passing like Rish Lakish. So
right, very good.
Clearly,
Very
if the
good.
Gemara defends Rish Lakish throughout, the Chayr were passing like Rish Lakish.
Very good, Akiva.
We
I
didn't
like
want,
that.
You just made that
Akiva, we didn't want him to feel bad, Rish Lakish. He's a
Not about feeling
Chayzer-
bad.
Yeah.
He's a
Rashi clearly
Chayzer
took
he's a
that path.
Chayzer b'tshuva. They will go in there and go easy on him.
Like I said, Aaron, Rashi got the final word. So
That's true. 100%. You're right. That's for sure.
So if he wanted to defend him and pass him like him, then he was gonna say just kasha, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay, very good.